Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in partnership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices.
Hello everyone, we'll be starting a session now. Please allow me to share my screen. Here we go. I hope my screen is visible to you all, and thank you everyone for joining today's session. I welcome everyone to GSDC Certified Learning, Advanced Prompt Engineering in Practice, with the theme that is Unlock the Future of AI, Master Advanced Prompt Engineering in just 5 days. We have already done three sessions so far. Today we'll be having fourth session. So please do join us for the remaining session that is happening tomorrow. My name is Preetham. I am going to be your host for this session. If you need any assistance during the session, please do reach out to over the chat box and it will be taken care by me. And as I mentioned that we have already done with the three sessions so far, and today we'll be having fourth session. This entire webinar series, which is Advanced Prompt Engineering Practice, scheduled from 29 September till 3rd of October. Tomorrow we'll be having the last session with the same time slot, that is 8:30 a.m. Central and 9:30 p.m. Singapore time. So please do join us for the remaining session as well. So today we'll be having Vartika Mishra with us. She's a marketing associate at Nat Habit. She'll be taking us through the building blocks of brilliance, stacking prompting frameworks for perfect AI output. So before she could start with the session, I would like to introduce our hosting organization, GSDC. We known as Global Skill Development Council. We're vendor agnostic, vendor neutral. We are globally recognized certification body and we're accredited by ANSI and ABICP. We do have 100 plus certification portfolio with us, and we have certified more than 90,000 professionals worldwide. We do have 500 SMEs, those are subject matter experts. They work with us closely to design our deliverables. Also, we are associated with 1,000 multinational corporates and 500 Fortune companies and 50 plus universities across the globe. And I'm very proud to inform you all that we do have 100 plus authorized training partner across the globe. We have partner in Asia, Africa, Canada, America, and many other countries. So would love to thank you those who have joined us through our training partner channel. In case if you're looking for any training program for yourself, I have already shared the link in the chat box. You can reach out to our training partner to inquire about the training program that you're looking for. Also, special thanks to our official media partner, World Press Hub. They cover all our events and press releases. As I mentioned earlier, we do have certification portfolio which includes more than 100 plus certification, which includes certification on generative AI, agentic AI learning and development, generative AI in risk and compliance, cybersecurity, ISO related certification, and so on. In case if you're looking for any of these certification in order to upskill yourself, you can reach out to a learning advisor or you can check more details on www.gsdconsole.org. That's our website. You can check it out and you'll get more information on that. What benefits you'll be getting with all this certification? You will be GSDC's member for a lifelong, and with that you'll be getting certificate upgrade. You'll be having free access to all our events, workshop, boot camps, and you'll be getting access to all our exclusive learning program that we have. Along with it, you'll be getting implementation resources, speaker invites, and newsletters. So these all benefits you'll be getting if you opt out certificate from the GSDC. I have shared the link in the chat box. You can check it out. So without any further delay, let me tell you all more about Vartika. She is a personal branding strategist who blends marketing with AI. She started with nothing but an internet plan and an idea, and in 4 years, she has worked with 50 plus clients, scaled content teams, and built system that sells without chasing algorithms. While most feared AI, she mastered it, designing agent that save founders 30 plus hours and turning LinkedIn into a quiet lead engine. She works with coaches, founders, and consultants who value depth over bluff, helping them build authority, predictability, and client pipelines that run on autopilot. It's amazing to have you, Vartika, today for the session, and we're very excited. You can have the handover of the virtual speaker now. Thank you very much. Yes, Vartika, you can unmute yourself now.
Thank you so much, Preetham, for the lovely introduction. And hello, everybody. I hope you all are doing good. And a huge welcome to this webinar on building blocks of brilliance. and I'm so excited to see you all today. I hope this webinar is not just going to be a theoretical and you will enjoy the session as much as I enjoy delivering this. And I promise that by the end of this webinar, you can start actually applying whatever you are going to just learn here. So let me just start with a quick show of hands in your mind. So how many of you have ever spent more time editing and fixing an AI's output than it would have taken you to just write the thing yourself? Yeah, I see those virtual hands. We all have been there. You have a brilliant idea. You type a carefully crafted prompt into your chat GPT or Claude. You hit enter with so much hope, and what comes back is just fine output. Fine, and I would say generic output as well. It's not wrong, but it's not brilliant as well. It's not something specific or something that you need. We all have been there. You have a brilliant idea. You type a carefully crafted prompt into ChatGPT, but what you get is not meeting your expectations. It's the AI equivalent of a microwave dinner. It's edible but utterly forgettable. Well, what if I told you that the problem isn't the AI? The problem is that we are treating these incredibly sophisticated reasoning engines like simple search engines, like how you treat Google. You just type in something and you expect that Google will give you a lot of website links. And today we will change that. In this hour, we are going to move from getting 60% solutions to 95% solutions. We are going to transition from being a user of AI to being a conductor of AI. The secret that separates the immatures from the pros isn't a secret command or the magic word. It's a methodology of using AI, and we call it prompt stacking. And by the end of this session, you will not only understand it, you will have a practical, actionable toolkit to start using it immediately to get outputs that are sharper, more creative, of course, and more effective than anything you are getting till date. So let's dive into our first big thing. We can move on to the second slide.
Absolutely, Vartika. Can you switch on your camera, please?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, great.
Let me know if I'm visible.
Yes, you are. Yes, great.
Perfect.
Um, okay.
Great. To understand why prompt stacking is so powerful, we first need to diagnose why the single prompt approach fails us so often. I want you to imagine you need a beautiful, solid idea bookshelf. A single complex prompt is like walking up to that flat pack box with all the wooden screws, and your only tool is a hammer. You can probably bash something together that vaguely resembles a bookshelf, but will it be sturdy? Will the doors close properly? Will it hold your most valuable books, especially those with the hardcovers? I doubt. It will be wobbly, misaligned, and frankly, a little embarrassing. This is exactly what happens when you give the AI one massive overloaded prompt. Something like write me a complete marketing strategy for the new eco-friendly coffee brand targeting millennials, including a social media calendar, email sequence, and the PR plan. You are handling the AI like a hammer and asking it to perform surgery. The cognitive load is too high. The AI has to juggle, understand the concept, and make it understand the context as well. Adopt a role. What is it? Is it like a marketer, a strategist, copywriter? What role does AI needs to perform? And executing multiple complex tasks at once, you are asking it to make a strategy, do it calendarization and emails plus asking a PR strategy. Isn't that too much to ask? The result is what I call creative drift. The AI either picks one path and ignores all the others. So it produces generic surface level response that tries to cover everything but excels at nothing. It's like a microwave dinner. You can have it, but it tastes like nothing. So what's the alternative? If a single prompt is a hammer, then prompt stacking is a full organized kit. Prompt stacking is the deliberate and strategic practice of breaking down a complex task into a sequence of connected prompts where the output becomes the input for the next. It's not a longer conversation, it's a structured conversation. Sometimes when you will practice prompt stacking, you might feel that this is too much. I have to spend a lot of mental bandwidth into prompt stacking. But if you want to reach from 60% output to 90% output, this is the best way you can start using, be it Gemini, Claude, ChatGPT, or any other AI chatbots. It's moving from giving a command to guiding a thought process. Let's go back to our bookshelf that we were making for Alpha. You wouldn't just start bashing things like a hammer. You would lay out all the pieces, and that is the foundation. You will follow the step by step instructions to assemble the frame, and that is the structure. You will attach the doors and then the shell. That is like adding the features. Then you will tighten everything and make final adjustments. That is refinement and polish. Each step is a discrete, manageable, and builds on the last. This is a prompt stacking that we are going to learn today. Let me make this concrete with a real world example. Let's say you need a strategic plan. And the old way, which is using a single prompt, you would do something like you would type me a marketing plan for our new productivity app. But the result that we're going to get is something like a vague 5 point list that you could apply to any app ever made. It's going to be useless. And the new way, which is a prompt stacking way, we would give the first prompt that is going to be the foundation prompt, act as a senior marketing director with X years of experience. Let's assume we are taking 10 years of experience. In fact, create a framework for evaluating new product marketing opportunities. Then you will wait and see the output it's generating. The second prompt that we're going to type in is going to be the application. Then you will type something like, now apply the framework to our new productivity app, which targets remote teams. Identify the three highest potential audience segments. Then you will wait for the output that is going to come. The third prompt that you are now going to type in is the creation. For the most promising segment, develop a detailed 30-day launch timeline with the specific channels and KPI. Then you will wait there. And then the last prompt that you are going to type is going to be a refinement prompt, where you will type something like, now refine this timeline to account for a limited budget of $10,000. Suggest where to focus for
Vasudha, I'm
maximum.
sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah,
Which slide are we supposed to on?
this is this slide only, the second one.
This is only, right? Please do let me know,
Yeah,
okay, when we want.
yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
thank you.
I'll keep on telling you whenever we need to change the slide.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So now do you see the night and day difference? We are no longer asking for a plan. We are orchestrating a professional thought process. We are building brilliance one block at a time. The, from the single prompting to now giving it a four prompt. And how in the each prompt we first did the foundation, then we settled up the application, then the creation, and then the refinement. Now, before we move on to the specific framework in the next slide, I need you to know the fundamental Lego bricks you will be using to build your stack. These are the components that make us any powerful prompt. Okay. So here, let me just break them down quickly because if you are going to do prompt stacking and even the contextual prompting, this is something you need to do because prompt engineering was something we used to do, and with the time now we are going to move on to the contextual prompting. So this is going to be a very important note here, which I would like you to just follow on. Firstly, the persona. Who is it? This is the role you ask the AI to play, not just a writer, but a senior technical writer with a knack for explaining complex topics to beginners. Then, the task. What task you are asking AI to do? This is your clear, actionable goal. It always starts with a strong word like draft, analyze, create a framework for, or even summarize. The third one is the context, the why. This is the background information, the data, the so what. Our audience is skeptical of marketing hype, or the user is frustrated and considering cancellation. Then the fourth one is the format, the how you want it to be. You can ask something like write me an Instagram caption, write me a 150-word email copy, or create a bulleted list, or even you can ask for JSON format or CSV format. And then the last one is example. This is the most powerful block. Instead of describing what you want, you show it by providing examples. For an example, if you want to use this to write your Instagram caption, you will first feed it with the sort of captions that you write. What is your tone? And then you will ask AI to just simply replicate that. You will mix and match these blocks throughout your stats to guide the AI to perfection. We can now move on to the third slide. All right, so we have diagnosed the problem and we have seen the power of the solution. Now it's time to open up the toolbox. Just like a master carpenter doesn't have a hammer, a master AI conductor doesn't have just one type of prompt. You need a full set of tools for different jobs. Let's start with the single most powerful lever you can pull. That is the role prompting. The first one, the first technique which is mentioned here. The purpose of this is assign a specific expertise and perspective. This isn't just saying act as a marketer. That's kind of weak. That's a cardboard cutout. Effective role prompting is about creating a rich, detailed, three-dimensional character for the AI to inhabit. Let me show you the difference. The weak role would something be like write a product description for the new coffee. But a powerful role prompting would be you are the founder of a small batch, sustainable coffee roastery. You have just sourced an incredible rare bean from a family owned farm in Italy. You are deeply passionate about ethical sourcing and the complex flavor profiles of a single origin coffee. Write a product description that tells the story and makes the customer feel the passion behind the product. Do you see the difference there? The weak role gives you generic marketing fluff. The another one wherein we have assigned the role prompting. This powerful role gives you a story, authenticity, and emotion. It activates a completely different knowledge base and writing style within the AI. I would recommend you that now on, whenever you are giving any sort of prompt to AI, make sure you give it a prompt. Let's say if you want AI to write LinkedIn post, just give it something prompt like, you are a LinkedIn ghostwriter with 5 years of experience, and then you see the magic and the sort of output you will be getting. Now, why this works? You are not just asking for information, you are giving the AI a lens through which to process your request. You are telling it how to think, not what just to think. Now, let's move on to the second one, which is chain of thought. We often call it thought. It breaks complex problems into reasoning steps. Most of the time, we just ask the AI for an answer. But with Code, you force the AI to show how it works. You ask it to reason step by step, just like a brilliant human expert would. Here's a simple example. Instead of without Code, you would like something like, is a 10% price increase justified for our premium plan? Of course, you first need to feed the information. The AI might just say yes or no with a shallow reason. If you will apply code here, you will ask something like, let's think step by step. First, analyze the value our premium plan delivers compared to competitors. Second, consider our current customers' price sensitivity based on recent survey data. Third, evaluate the potential impact on churn rate versus increased revenue. And based on this step by step reasoning, conclude whether a 10% price increase is justified. This output you get isn't just an answer, it's a reasoned business case. You see the logic, you can check it for flaws, and you learn from the process itself. This is invaluable for strategic planning, coding, and any form of analysis. Now, let's move on to the third one, few short learning. And this is one of the best techniques that I personally love. Here you provide examples of desired format, style, tone, it is a technical term that simply means providing example. So when it says few shot, it means providing few examples. There's another one which is one shot, wherein you are just providing one example. In multi shots, you are providing multiple examples for AI to digest and understand. Our brains are wired to learn from patterns, and so is the AI. Let's say you want the AI to write a compelling email subject line. The ineffective way would be write a compelling subject line. It is going to be vague. But if you want to have it slightly better, what you would do? Write a subject line that creates curiosity, but but just note that it is still vague. Now, if I have to apply few short power, I would write something like example one. Input going to be like product is project management software. Output would be something like stop hurdling cats, start managing your team. Then I would provide the second example, and then I would provide the third example as well. You will now prompt, now using the same patterns of creating curiosity and highlighting a pain point, write a subject line for product, which is our new eco-friendly coffee. By showing it just three examples, you have taught it a specific nuance style. It will mimic the pattern, the tone, the structure, and the cleverness, and of course, it will return the curiosity. This is your go-to technique for nailing a specific brand voice or the compelling format every single time. Finally, let's pair two crucial blocks, and that is the provide for guardrails for brilliance, that is contextual prompting and system prompting. I am going to merge both of them because it is important to learn them parallelly. Context is the background information that makes the response relevant. It's the why behind the what. Without context, you would write something like draft a response to a customer complaint. Now, with rich context, you would write something like draft a response to a customer complaint. The customer is a long-term subscriber who received a damaged or damaged products. We can say they are frustrated but have been loyal. Our policy is to offer replacement under 10 or any certain number of discount on their next order, acknowledge their loyalty and frustration. See how the context transforms a generic reply into a specific and policy accurate message. You can also try something like that. Now, system prompting or constant is about setting the technical rule of the game. It's also, we can say, negative or delimiters. You are setting the delimits for the AI that you cannot work or go beyond this. This is where you define the format, the length, the tone, the what not to do. Again, delimiters. Something like format the output as a bulleted list. Keep the response under 300 words. Use a formal and professional tone. Do not use technical jargon. These constants are not limitations. They are liberating. They free the AI from having to guess what you want and ensure the final output is usable the moment it's generated. These are the five fundamental building blocks. Individually, they are powerful, but their true magic is revealed when we stack them together. And this is exactly what we are going to do next. We are going to move from having a toolbox of loose parts to reading the blueprint and building something magnificent. We will explore pre-built frameworks like Create and Rhythm. So now let's just move on to the next slide. You can see the three frameworks here. We have a lot of frameworks, but these are the three frameworks that I personally prefer and use them on a daily basis. First up, we have Create Framework, CREATE. This one is a powerhouse for maximizing both creativity and precision, making it perfect for content creation, marketing copy, and detailed writing tasks. Let's break down what Create stands for. C for character. Define the role. Who the who is the AI being? R is the request. Define the core job to be done. What do you need actually? E is for example. Provide example outputs. Show it what good looks like. Then A is for the adjustments. Provide improvement instruction. How can it make the output better? P for the type of output. Specify the format. Is it an email, a blog post, bullet, JSON file, or what? E for extras. Any additional context like tone, style, or keywords. Let me show you this in action. Imagine you need a LinkedIn post. A weak prompt would be something like write a leading post about prompt engineering. Now, by after applying create prompt, we can give input something like per character. You are a senior content strategist for the B2B tech company. Your tone is expert but accessible. R request. We'll put something like write a LinkedIn post that explains why structured prompting frameworks are a game changer for marketing teams. For example, we can give two or three examples there. Now, for the type of output, I would like it to be like formatting is a ready to publish LinkedIn post. I don't want you to just give me a stack of paragraphs here. Keep each sentence under 10 or 11 words and give sufficient spacing but not too much spacing. For e-extract, include three relevant keywords in the post itself and keep the post under 200 words. And in the end, just cite that follow at the rate Vertica Mishra for more such posts on prompt engineering and AI. Now, you see the difference? The second prompt framework leaves almost nothing to chance. It's a decade blueprint for success. Now, the second method that is Horizon framework. This is ideal for analysis and thought leadership, wherein the R is for role. C, it sets the expert perspective. I for again input, provide the context, data, and instruction. As per step, ask for the step-wise output. This is where you force the AI to think before it answers. A for execution. Describe the final outcome you want. N for nuance. Add specific contents or angles which you would like to consider. Now, let's make it real again. Let's see the example of pricing in a business analysis. R, which is role. Act as a digital marketing consultant for Fortune 500 companies. For input, I would like to type something like analyze the impact of AI generated content on SEO strategies in 2025. For steps, I would like something like first summarize the key points. Second, identify the potential risk and ethical consideration. Third, provide a step-by-step approach for brands to integrate AI responsibly. E, execution. I would like to type something like provide a well-structured output that accounts for both large enterprises and small business. For N, nuance, I would type something like focus on long-term sustainability rather than short-term goals. This framework is brilliant because that step components essentially build a thought, which is chain of thought, which we have just studied about, directly into your prompt, ensuring a logical, comprehensive output every single time. The third one, which is para framework, and this is excellent for problem solving. Let's just study it out. For P problem, here we have to describe the issue in detail. A. Action. Mention what needs to be done. Ask again. Result. What is the outcome you want? A. Again. Action. Outline what specific steps to take. Again, let's just check this out from by seeing a powerful example. The problem statement I am assuming here something is like an e-commerce company's email open rate have dropped by 30% over the past 3 months. Now, action what I would like here is analyze the possible reason for this decline. Now, the R here is a clear plan to recover and improve engagement rates. A, the action here would be outline a 4-week action plan with a specific task. It's clean, it's direct, and it forces the AI to focus on solutions and actionable steps. It's like having a business consultant on demand. Now you might be wondering, how do I choose? And that's an excellent question to ask. Among a lot of frameworks which you might even read outside this webinar or even in between these three, how would you choose? Choose create for content creation, marketing, copywriting, and creative writing. Choose Kaizen for analysis and strategy, thought leadership, complex reasoning. And lastly, choose Para for problem solving, action plans, and troubleshooting. The key is to start with the end goal. What are you trying to achieve here? Your answer will point you directly to the right framework. Now we can move on to the next slide. All right, we have our frameworks. Now let's get into the real magic. How to stack them together to create powerful multi-step workflows. This is where we stop just talking to the AI and start orchestrating it. Think of it this way. A single framework is a well-crafted sentence. A prompt stack is a powerful paragraph that builds an undeniable argument. Let's dive into three proven stacking methods you can use right away. The first one is the quality ladder. Here, firstly, let's talk about the quality ladder, what it is. This is perhaps the most straightforward stacking method. and it's incredibly effective. It treats every AI response not as a final product but as a draft to be improved. The process is simple but powerful. You need to generate initial context, identify a specific weakness, request targeted improvements, and repeat until you are satisfied. This is how you need to just get started with this one systematically. Let me show you a real world example of this stack in action for the marketing email. The first prompt, which is the foundation, you can put in something like you are the senior copywriter for the B2B SaaS company. Draft a short marketing email introducing our new AI analytics tool to our existing customer base. This gives us a solid but generic first draft. Now, the second one is refinement. Second prompt here. Take the draft you just created and rewrite it to highlight three key customer benefits rather than just listing features. Now we are adding strategic depth here. The third prompt here, which is the second refinement, now revise the email again to include a more compelling, urgency driven call to action. We are going on to the sharpening the point, and the more we are going further, the more specific output we are going to create. Again, from 60% to going 95% better output. Here, in the fourth prompt, we'll put in something like review the final draft for any jargon and ensure the tone is friendly and professional. Then format it for optimal readability in an email client. See how we client the ladder. Each prompt adds a new layer of query, guided by a specific instruction. I have seen a marketing director who once was my client use this exact method to transform a generic product description into messaging that secured a major investment, all in under 30 minutes. The key is iterative refinement. Now, the second one here is the expert panel. Make sure you hear this one out because with this approach, you are not just one getting one perspective. You are simulating a team of experts reviewing the same content. This is brilliant for strategic plan, pitch deck, or even for GTM. Here, the first prompt you can put in something like act as a senior product manager, outline the product roadmap for our new collaboration tool for the next quarter. And now, in the prompt two, you have to assign a role for the next visit. Maybe something like if there's a founder, how would founder react to it? Now, something like now act as a founder, review the roadmap provided below, and identify all the potential technical risk and implementation challenges you foresee. This surfaces critical flaws you might have missed. Now, prompt 3, wherein you can now give this role to any other colleague or somebody who would like to give suggestions or advice, wherein you can give prompt something like now act as the head of sales, predict the roadmap for the customer adoption and sales cycle perspective. What's missing? That would make it easier to sell. This adds a crucial market facing perspective. And you can keep on assigning more roles, but I would recommend you not go beyond the four roles because the more roles you would provide, the more AI hallucination it will give. This method is perfect for a full leadership team or on demand, or even especially when you would like to get a lot of perspectives. Be it one for the critique, second one for the suggestion, third one is to provide you the action plan, fourth one is to just help you out with the loopholes. We can move on to the next slide. Okay, this one is the process mirror. This is the powerful tactic. This framework is genius because it doesn't try to reinvent the wheel. Instead, it replicates the human creative workflows that already work. You simply break down a task into the same steps a professional would take. Let's say in action for creating a blog post. Phase one would be brainstorming. You would give a prompt like generate 5 different angles for the blog post about sustainable fashion for millennials. Now, phase two would be structuring. Select the most promising angle and create a detailed outline for the blog post, including an introduction, three key points, and a conclusion. Now, phase three would be draft. Now, using this outline, write a compelling 1500 word first draft of the blog post. Phase 4 would be refinement. Improve this draft for SEO by incorporating relevant keywords naturally. Something like millennials fashion or millennial fashions which is affordable. Um, Now, phase 5 is polishing. Proofread the final version for grammar, clarity, format. Make sure you remove any passive voice, keep it an active voice. For web publishing with bullet points and the SEO optimization with bold text and takeaways. This mirrors exactly how a professional content team works. I have seen technical writers use this to create comprehensive documentation in hours instead of days without sacrificing an ounce of quality. This AI excels at following these established logical processes. We can now move on to the next slide. Perfect. Here we are going to see is industry specific stacking example. Okay. Here I have taken the example of marketing content stack, wherein my goal is to create high converting marketing copy, wherein we are taking the first, which is the foundation. Again, as I have been saying again and again, we first have to provide the role here, which is like act as a senior copywriter with 10 years of experience in B2B SaaS. Your specialty is creating compelling content that works, right? You can put in anything. You can put in something like act as a marketing director with 20 years of experience in FMCG personal care industry. You want to create specific campaigns around big billion day sales or Black Friday sales, and you want to have some copy that would be selling. Again, the context. We are launching a new project management tool for remote keys. Key feature would include AI task prioritization, automated scheduling, and integration with Slack. Third is creation. Now you would ask it how you want the format to be like. Creation, you can again read this as a format. Draft a 300-word email sequence or maybe a website landing page or sales page here, wherein we are mailing it to 50,000 subscribers, or wherein for the website or landing page you can write wherein the daily traffic of 50,000 people come in and we want to cater them, and write it in a manner that it should sound personalized. Now, fourth is refinement. Optimize the copy for mobile reading and include a clear call to action, well explained there itself. Fifth is quality control, which states identify any exaggerated or any hyperbole claims in the draft and suggest more accurate alternatives. Make sure when you will get the output, you also proofread that. Yes. We can move on to the next slide. Now that we have seen how these stats work across industries, let's address the advanced considerations that separate competent users from true masters, and make sure your goal when you are watching this webinar or listening to me is to be a true master of AI. So after hearing this and after knowing all these frameworks, you doesn't have to be a generic user, right? So now we'll put everything together in a live exercise, wherein the first one is advanced consideration and best practice, wherein the first is managing cognitive load. Herein, break complex tasks into separate conversations rather than creating massive 10 prompt stack in one chat. I, I hope a lot of us have done this. Even when I was learning prompt engineering, or even before when I was not a prompt engineer, I used to do these things. I used to feel that as much as I would feed AI, it would understand me that better. And then I got to know that no, feeding a lot of the things to AI is not helpful. It will hallucinate, it will give me generic output. The better is to just put in one thing or a few things and ask for that, right? Then the second one, use recap components to re-emphasize key constants and objectives. You can put something like building on our previous framework where we established X now at Y. So you will keep on adding there, right? Now, the third one is establishing clear response formats early to maintain consistency throughout the stack. You can ask AI that, for an example, if you want to learn prompt engineering, if you want to learn about COT, which is chain of thought, and You see that no, if you are just putting the input there, asking AI to help you learn code in all the pointers, AI is giving you just generic response or not giving you in depth. You can say, okay, if I want to learn code, just tell me what all I need to learn there, what are the subheads, what is going to be the text here. Now you have to explain me each subheading like I am a 10-year-old or 5-year-old, the language that you would prefer. And I want you to answer everything to me in a format wherein you are telling me, explaining that to me using an analogy, then explaining in real and complex words or using AI words. Then you are giving me examples, and then you can tell me that how I can relate it in my real life. So that is going to be something, a framework that would help really in the format. Now you can think of it like a teaching someone a complex skill, and again you can ask AI to teach you the same. We'll go to the second one, which is iterative refinement process. Now, many people ask, how do I know when to stop refining? This is where the iteration sweet spot comes in. Through testing hundreds of stacks, I have found 3 to 5 years is usually optimal for most business tasks. Watch for diminishing return. When revisions stop adding significant value, you have hit the sweet spot. Um, when it comes to prompting, temperature is very important in AI. You can use temperature settings strategically. If you are using ChatGPT, I guess majorly people use ChatGPT. There's this ChatGPT playground wherein you can set in the temperature. Higher temperature, which is in between zero point 0.7 to zero point 0.9, is best for brainstorming layers, and lower temperatures, which is zero point 0.2 to zero point 0.4, is best for precision execution layers. So if you want AI to go just all creative, you need to set up the temperature of the output anywhere between zero point 0.7 to 9. And if you don't want AI to think or add something from its own end, you are just giving it one shot or a few shots, examples and prompts, and you want that no, whatever I'm just giving you as input, just return back to me in that specific way. I don't want you to think. Then set up the temperature between zero point 0.2 to zero point 0.7. Now what we are going to do, let's build a complex stack together. We'll create content for launching that eco-friendly coffee brand that we have been talking about, right? So the first thing what we are going to do is build the foundation, that is using the create framework that we have just studied about. We will give the prompt something like, you are a brand strategist specializing in sustainable consumer product. Create a positioning statement for our new eco-friendly coffee brand targeting millennials. Once that is done, we'll give the second prompt, which is quality ladder refinement. Now consider our audience is skeptical of greenwashing. Define the positioning to directly address authenticity concerns and highlight our verifiable sustainability practices. Wait for the output. Once you will get the output, you need to give the third prompt, which is using expert panel expansion. Now act as first, price conscious millennials, second, an environment activist, third, a retail buyer. Identify what would make each person trust and choose the brand. Once that is done, wait for the output. And then give the fourth and the final prompt, that is convert these insights into a social media content calendar for the first week of launch with daily themes and post ideas. And let's watch out what we have built. You can see that how beautifully, instead of just giving a single prompt and getting the generic idea, we have done this whole thing in a channel and in a sequence. We are just setting up the foundation. We are giving the role. Then we are asking it for the quality. Then we are asking for expert panel discussions in our third stage. And lastly, we are asking it to just process whatever we used to do before, right? Uh, Herein, we also have some common stacking pitfalls, where first one is over specifying too early. We don't give room for AI to just think. Okay, if you don't want AI to think, you can set up the temperature higher, wherein you can, temperature lower, wherein you can just simply ask AI to just give me what I want with the examples that I have given to you. But if you want AI to go creative, if you need AI's help for ideation, You don't need to over specify too much. Of course, with each step that we are going to take, you can literally start giving more and more, setting delimiters, but initially give AI space to breathe, to think. Maybe I can come up with some ideation that you would love. The second one is ignoring temperature setting. Most of the time, we sign up for the OpenAI and we just start doing the prompting and everything, and we don't set up the temperature. I would recommend you start using OpenAI play count, set up the temperatures. That is really going to help you out. And then we have third one, which is failing to maintain context. We will sometimes we keep on changing the context. Okay, or sometimes whatever context we are giving it, it is not matching the previous one. So maintain to a context. Okay, if you are talking about coffee shop and social media strategy, don't go on to the podcast strategy, then go and don't jump onto the PR strategy. Stick there and know the objective what you are starting for. Or maybe if you're asking for examples of social media strategy for, let's say, your coffee shop, don't ask it for the realtor again, otherwise it will hallucinate the model. We can move on to the next slide. Okay, perfect. This is the live practical exercise. If you guys want, you can just keep on, this is in front of you. I have jotted down 4 steps. You can also, do this exercise all together. Wherein what we have to do, we have to build a stacked prompt together. The scenario is we need to launch a new eco-friendly coffee branding targeting millennials. You can pick anything. Maybe if you are somebody who does AI SEO, which is geo for brands, or if you're a digital marketer here, you are HR executive here, whatever your job role is, or however you want to use prompting, you can create that scenario in your mind. You can open your chat model right straight away, be it ChatGPT, be it Claude, or be it Gemini. Then you simply have to give the first layer, first thing, which is foundation. You can put in something like you are a brand strategist specializing in sustainable consumer product. Create a positioning statement. I have already talked about this. So what you can do, you can set up a foundation in different way. I would choose that I am LinkedIn host writer for spiritual coaches. So I'll write something like, you are the LinkedIn host writer who writes well converting copy for spiritual coaches, and you already have 10 plus years of experience with writing copy, and whatever copy you write, they have the potential to sell, right? My coaches are spiritual. They usually help people with their healing alignment, with their mental peace, right? Now, the second one is context expansion. You would like to give more context here. So I would like to add context that my client is somebody who has given TEDx talks. They have featured in multiple talk sessions. Plus, they are somebody who started this thing out of their passion, and now they want to help the people who are suffering from connecting with themselves, or people who are not aligned or who are clueless about what is their life purpose. Then specify application, what you want to do. I would like to create a GTM strategy for LinkedIn. Okay, if I want to tap audience in LinkedIn, I would like to know, do people there on LinkedIn actually look out for spiritual coaches, or they would prefer Instagram, or they would prefer TikTok, right? And then the formatting, how I want it to be. I want a complete content calendar for 30 days for the same, and I want you to target out each and every pain point of the people who would be interested in this thing, and then create a content calendar based on what they think, what they feel, what they hear, and what they see, and help me write the hooks of those posts, right? We can move on to the last slide. Okay. Here's your conclusion. We have already talked about this throughout. Prompt stacking represents the evolution from basic AI interactions to sophisticated AI collaboration. Remember, whenever you are using AI, you don't have to be like, okay, I'm just going there, then I'll accept whatever output I'm going to get. No, you are giving your mental bandwidth to the AI. You are giving your energy to the AI in this prompting and everything. So you don't have to go as somebody who is just typing something and you will accept whatever is coming out. you will actually be a collaborator with AI. By mastering the techniques that we have covered, you are not just learning to talk to AI, you are going to collaborate. You are learning to orchestrate reasoning process that yield substantially better results. The gap between average AI users and power users will continue to widen. The prompt stacking, and now we can say the context stacking, is the new digital literacy that separates professionals who extract maximum value from AI from those who get mediocre results. Your action plan is here. If you want, you can take the screenshot of your action plan here, or you can just also jot it down and you can try out the strategies or frameworks that we have talked about. This is done from my end. If you guys have any questions, I would be happy to answer.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Vartika, for such an amazing session. We'll be quickly jumping into Q&A. So would love to request all the participants drop your questions in the chat box so we can take it from there. So let me just go through the question that we have got from Tushar earlier. Um, all these frameworks take almost similar inputs. When do we use what to get the best output?
Okay. So as I have mentioned, you need to keep on practice with the prompt engineering. So it's not like something that you know, but once you will start practicing, you will start getting the output, and then you will get to know what sort of framework you need to use. There is going to be a time when you will start creating your frameworks. Let's say if you are using that for writing your LinkedIn post, and you have seen the post of other creators, and where you have seen that okay, this is how they are formatting, then you will start making those frameworks by your own. So that would come totally with the time when you will start using that. But as I have mentioned, you can use create framework when you are doing the copy marketing work. You can use the Ryzen framework whenever you want to have troubleshooting things or want to analyze something deeply. And so there are multiple frameworks which you can again use with the time here.
Great. Thank you very much, Vartika, for answering this one. Moving forward to the next question that we have got from Ika. When you give such foundation role definition by quoting some years of experience, how do we evaluate the AI on the output as having such years of experience? Otherwise, are we not pushing AI towards hallucination?
That happens when you give too much of the context or you just bombard AI with too much of the information. So let's say when you are putting, you are just a fresher, then the word that AI is using is going to be a bit of the knife. But once you deep dig in, AI will automatically think, okay, if a person is having 5 years of experience, this is what all skills it should be having. And then it is again better that you explain it a bit more. Let's say if you are the beginner and if you are writing LinkedIn post and you don't want to position yourself as a master of a certain skill because you just want to be active and you don't want to actually sell there. So how you would do, you simply write that I am a beginner on so and so thing. I just know so and so and just help me out with this thing. But again, let's say if you are a LinkedIn ghostwriter with 5 years of experience, you would mention that suppose you are a LinkedIn ghostwriter with 5 years of experience, you know how to do the formatting of LinkedIn post well, you know how to write well in a conversational tone, and you don't use passive voice, you strictly use active voice. You are including facts there instead of just giving random thing. And when you are including stats, you are including sources as well. So that's why you are telling AI that if you're having such a number of years of experience, this is what skills you have, be it in the soft skills, be it in the hard skills.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Vartika. Can see the question that came from Dinesh. Best prompt engineering framework, which is good in terms of use cases related to cybersecurity.
Okay. I think you can use the Ryzen framework. That is the great framework you can get started with. Or even you can use the para framework, which we have talked about, where you have to tell the problem and then the action and then the result that would happen. And then again, the action points, the outline in the steps to take. So I would say para framework is amazing for you to use in cyber security case.
Great. Thank you very much. I hope that clarifies your question, Dinesh. Moving forward to the next question that we have got from Abu Baker. Please, is it possible for each approach you presented to do a quick application?
Application as in,
Application, I believe. Can you clarify it? Can you elaborate it more? We request you. So, okay, meanwhile, we'll be taking the next question that we have got from Dash. Thank you, Artika, for insightful session. May I kindly request you to share the PPT here for the reference. For that, we'll be taking the PPT from the Vertica very shortly, and then we'll be sharing it with you. Please do write to me on preetham@gsdcouncil.org. Okay, the question that we have got from Santosh, it's prompting same with all LLM or that varies in technique.
Hmm, see, AI space is continuously developing. So we cannot say like, that things are parallel or we can combine them. It totally depends on how you use. The use cases are in numbers, and still the use cases are so much that people haven't even started using it. So it totally depends on how you use the experience and what you are building using AI. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Vartika. Can see the question that we have got from Musa. How can AI tool will improve the quality of prompt engineers, job performance, and to reduce their administration burden while carry out their plant engineering projects in their organization or company today?
I can see this question. Let me just read it once more. How can AI
Oh,
tools will
sure.
improve the quality of prompt engineers' job performance and to reduce their business burden? How we cannot plan. See, whatever AI tools that you are using, anyway, you have to learn the prompt engineering. Because be it for any such case, even if you are making AI agents, voice agents, or AI architect, or using AI in text space, prompt engineering is something that you need to know. And talking about the administration burden, it depends on the what level of task. So maybe in your job role, you might need to do AI automations. You need to connect AI agents. But again, whatever AI agents that you are connecting, there also you have to assign role. You have to assign the framework. You have to connect multiple AI tools there. So prompt engineering is the basics, and this is the foundation to start using actually AI. I'm talking about plant engineering projects in their organizations or companies today. So you need to just see what is your framework, and then you need to dive in. I would uh, recommend you that you put in this thing into ChatGPT. Ask them that if so and so is my task, and I want to start using AI. What are the tools, certain tools? What are the tools first of all that are helpful? And if I need to go for the next level, that is creating AI agents, or would AI solve those things? Because now that I am also learning about AI agents, so in some cases, just prompt engineering is not helpful. You need to, that could be a theory sometimes, but not the practical application. So for that, you need to see what are your tasks, what are your responsibilities, how you are using AI. Do you need to build practical AI agents who can actually do the administration task, or just theory part is sufficient for you to clear out your doubts, whatever related to AI and prompt engineering, and you can manage things by yourself. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Vartika, for answering these all questions. We'll be taking few more questions as we still have time. So, I would like to request participants drop your questions if you still have questions in your mind. All right. So, the question that I can see from Amir, can you recommend a specialized, not general, a book on prompt engineering? Please just write the title in the chat.
To be honest, there's no book that I have read for prompt engineering. When I started learning about prompt engineering in a structured way, I realized that ever since ChatGPT came, I started using it, and a lot of the things were my own experience that I did. So again, as I am mentioning again and again, AI is not something wherein you will get a structured book or course out there. You need to just see, like, what are the things there, and then sometimes you need to learn from ChatGPT, sometimes from Udemy courses. But if you want to learn about prompt engineering, I would recommend you go to Udemy, open a few courses, see what those courses are, then go to ChatGPT, give ChatGPT this prompt that, hi, I want to learn about prompt engineering, explain me like I'm a 10-year-old, or if you want to learn about the advanced directly, explain me like that I want to be the master in prompt engineering. And then what I am going to drop you topics step by step, you need to start explaining me step by step. That's how you will start, because personally I haven't read any book. That's how I have learned, and this is the exact approach that I told you. Even anything about AI, even that I learned, be it for AI agents, prompt engineering, learning about any tool, I go to Udemy, I see the top courses, I see their lesson plan, what is they are going to teach inside. I either go to YouTube, learn about them, or I go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to teach me those things.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for sharing your own insights on this. Can see Aditya is asking which site did you mention?
Which side?
Aditya, can you elaborate like which is this exactly you are asking about? Udemy. Okay. There's
Yeah.
another okay. No worries. Moving forward to the question that we have got from the live platform. Uh, got this question from Radhika. How do you decide which prompting framework to use for specific problem domain? And can multiple frameworks be stacked effectively without creating conflicts?
The first part of the question I have already answered, that it comes to the experience. You need to try out with multiple frameworks, just like to try out multiple frameworks. For some people, DeepSeek works best, for some people, Perplexity, and for some people, Claude. So, just like that with the framework, you need to just try out based on your requirements. And of course, you can merge multiple frameworks. Maybe whenever you are starting using prompt engineering to achieve a certain objective, you are starting with, let's say, one shot prompting, then you are starting with multi-shot prompting, and then you are using quad, or maybe let's say if you are writing a book. So what you are doing, you cannot ask AI to write a book completely. You are asking it to give you things step by step. So of course you can merge multiple frameworks. It is like an art, and you are totally an artist now. You get to decide how actually you want to use that, what sort of output you want to derive. Sometimes you will do mistakes, but you will also learn that next time you don't have to give so and so prompts.
Great. Thank you so much, Vatika, for clarifying this one. Moving forward to the next question that we have got from Neha. What techniques do you recommend for detecting and correcting hallucination in output when stacking multiple prompting strategies?
Okay, so what I would recommend, if you see how I talk to my chat GPT, it's actually like how I am talking to a person. So talk chat GPT like a friend. So when my AI hallucinates, I simply ask it, take a deep pause. If anyway you are not getting like how to actually answer, or if you are hallucinating, or if it is getting too much for you to process, take a deep thought. And I ask ChatGPT, take your time, I'll come back to you after a while. There then you can just relax also. So just like I'm talking to a person. Then secondly, sometimes if you'll ask ChatGPT that if there's a somebody named as Ritika Mishra landed on moon ever, it will say yes, she has been landed sometimes ago. So what you can do, whatever information you are asking AI to generate, you can ask it for the sites, for the sources. That's a wonderful way. That way you are stopping ChatGPT to hallucinate. And then the third thing I talked about is delimiters. You can set delimits. You can say that ChatGPT, whatever information you are presenting to me, should strictly be a fact, should strictly from the input that I have provided to you, should strictly coming out from my document, and whatever fact you are providing should have the sources.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much, Vatika. Dinesh is asking any recommendation for good example related prompt frameworks.
Examples is something that you have to provide from yourself. So there isn't any framework. What you can do, provide real life examples. For an example, if you want to write Instagram captions from AI, go through the captions of the creators that you really love, or even if you love your writing style, then what you need to do, just uh, copy that, give that as an input to ChatGPT, ask that study, these are the captions, how I write, understand the format, understand the input. Now you can ask ChatGPT, tell me the framework. So this is what a lot of the people do for LinkedIn. They just share the post of the top creators, posts that are going viral. Ask ChatGPT that tell me the framework, how they are creating it. Are they starting with a story, a negative hook, a controversial hook, followed by examples, or if they are mentioning the story, or talking about the problem statement when they are solving that. So you can ask the ChatGPT for the framework by providing the examples. And that's why I'm saying you need to experiment. You need to practice a lot before you master the prompt engineering. And honestly, that's not hard thing to do. You simply have to just copy and paste and ask ChatGPT or the AI for the difference.
Okay. Thank you very much, Vartika. I hope, Dinesh, that clarifies your concern. Moving forward to, I think we have done with all the questions in the chat box.
I
All
think
right,
there's
great.
one question that I can read from Saroj, also clearing the past chats helps as well. I believe my observations say so. So here's this one tip or hack I would like to tell you. If you want ChatGPT to give you, you are using it for brainstorming. So I have trained my ChatGPT up to an extent that it literally acts like my second brain. So what I have done, I have created a brain dump. This is a chat for where I chat ChatGPT. It's something like I share my fears, my daily life situations, how I handled them. Let's say if there was a business problem and I solved that, I share that with ChatGPT. And if I got up at 3 a.m. and a sudden thought came to my mind, I dropped in that chat. I simply asked ChatGPT to just retain the information. Do not do anything or do not share any tips with me. So now what happens whenever I ask ChatGPT to write a storytelling post or write a content, write anything wherein I have to give examples from my life and I don't get okay which example I need to use, or I don't want to again change ChatGPT, okay, this is my tone, this is my style. I ask ChatGPT, see whatever information you have saved about me, my life, how I react to situations, how I take decisions, using that in mind, present the output to me. So this really helps. But again, if you are fine with using ChatGPT again and again, if you want to use every single chat for multiple projects, something like you are the LinkedIn host writer and you use multiple chats for multiple clients, and of course this isn't a good way. But if you use it for yourself and you want ChatGPT to start actually acting like your second brain, you can try this thing.
Great. I believe that we have done with all the questions, right? From the chat box, and we have covered two live questions as well. Thank you very much, Vatika, for today's session. Before we move forward, would like to hear final thoughts from you, and I like to request all the participants, please stay connected till the end. I do have some great announcement for all of you. Yes, Vatika, you can go for your final thoughts.
Okay, so it was lovely connecting with you all. And of course, thank you so much for GSDC for the platform to help me just put out the voice there, because, of course, AI industry, every minute it is just expanding. There's too much to learn. There's too much to keep up with the pace. And of course, sometimes it gets too overwhelming because now every day you hear a lot of the content coming. AI is just going, the graph is just going upside, and you feel so overwhelmed, where to start, what book to read, what course to do. And I feel with this webinar I was able to help you out with how you can get started with it. Make sure, guys, do not give vague prompts, do not just put in something vaguish, otherwise you'll keep on getting the generic output. Give context. The context you provide to ChatGPT, the better output it would give you. Whatever you have learned here, the frameworks that we have talked about, make sure you practice them as well. Create the symptoms, create multiple chats wherein you can give ChatGPT multiple roles. And I am super grateful for the platform wherein I got in touch with you all. It was indeed lovely session. I loved answering your questions, and thank you so much.
Wonderful. We are grateful to for having you, Vartika, for today's session, and thank you very much for sharing such a wonderful thoughts and suggestions to all our participants today. And yes, definitely we'll look forward to have another session with you in the future again. Thank you very much. So yes, I do have some quick announcement for all of you. This is regarding the certification, today's feature certification that we had on GSDC Certified Learning Advanced Prompt Engineering in Practice, and the certification that you can opt out at Certified Prompt Engineering. And for that, you can use this promo code, which is promo20 to get an amazing discount, which is 20% off. And this is only valid till this weekend. So do grab this opportunity and do sign up yourself. These certifications are lifetime validated ones. You will be getting learning resources with it, which means you'll be getting a lot of case studies to work on, e-learnings, book of knowledge, and you'll be getting chance to connect with our training partner channel, and you'll be having a lot of opportunity to work on the capstone project, that is real-time AI simulation practice. So do grab this opportunity and do sign up yourself for this certification. I've already shared the offer details, the promo code, and the link in the chat box. You can check it out. And also, this is utility till. I've already shared this link in the chat box. If you scroll up, you'll be able to find it, or I'll share it again. Post this announcement. You can use this August 100 to get 100% off. So how this tool will help you? It will help you to improve your LinkedIn profile, your AI skills score. Also, it will help you to build AI generated resumes, and it will help you to build your personal brand. So do check this out. You'll find the link in the chat box. I'll share it again. And I'm very happy to make this announcement. Tomorrow we'll be having another speaker who will be presenting us for the AI tool. So AI for technologies professionals with a touch of long chain knowledge, grabs using perplexity. So we'll be having this AI tool challenge, which is scheduled at 11:30 p.m. Singapore time. So please do join us. And we do have this panel of AI expert aligned for this entire webinar series. We'll be having this challenge for 100 days. It was scheduled 28 days for earlier. Now we have extended it till 100 days. So do join us. And thank you for spreading the word. We do have these three winner who have referred maximum people to our session, and they are the winner. They have ranked top at our leaderboard. So you still have a time. We'll be announcing all the winners tomorrow, end of this series. So please do refer people to our session. And if you want to be speaker, and if you want to share your insight and make an impact, you can join us as a featured global speaker, as we'll be having platforms like Learning Capsule, webinars, and the podcast. And please scan this QR to connect with us over the LinkedIn. You can also check our website, that is www.gsdcouncil.org, to get more information on this. Also connect with us over the WhatsApp group to get daily update on event and webinar that we do conduct. And please do share your session takeaway and the learning outcomes on the Trust Pilot link. You will find the link in the chat box. Thank you everyone for joining today's session. I hope to see you all for the tomorrow's session as well, and the AI tool session which is currently going on. So thank you everyone for joining. Have a great day. Bye bye.